All right, back with another video. It looks like we got some exciting news. I'm a big Green Lantern fan, and the Lantern show has finally cast Aaron Pierre. Apparently, he played Jesse Owens in some movie I didn't see, and he will be your Jon Stewart. Now, this mixed with the recent news that Kyle Chandler will be Hal Jordan, and it looks like this show is getting off the ground finally. This show was announced years ago. You could probably find an old video of me talking about it from like 2 or 3 years ago. It's probably gone through many changes since James Gunn has taken over the DC movie studio. And I fully expect that this Lantern show will tie in to whatever they're doing with the DC movies. And this will be a full-on HBO show with HBO quality and stuff like that. And that gets me really excited. Apparently the budget's going to be really high for the show too. And if you go on the internet, you'll see a bunch of fake fans like complaining about Kyle Chandler being Hal Jordan and stuff like that, which I don't get. I think he's a perfect fit for the character. He's got the charisma. He's got the sense of humor. He's got the likability. He's perfect for Hal Jordan. Is he a little old? Yes, but if they're going for a specific Hal Jordan, which I think they're going for, he's the right age. A lot of people on the internet aren't big Green Lantern fans. You could tell by the way they talk about Kyle Chandler and Green Lantern in general. They just don't know the history of the character. But I think it's pretty obvious where we're going with Hal Jordan. He's going to be your mentor figure for Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart's going to be a lot younger than him, obviously. And Jon Stewart is going to be essentially wiser than Hal Jordan in some ways, right? I can already see the show playing out where like Hal Jordan is your older mentor that's getting outdone by his younger student. And since Hal Jordan is so old, this goes into my theory that they will be turning him as a villain and making him Parallax, making him go against the Guardians, because at this point in Hal Jordan's career, at this age, he's known the Guardians for probably 20 years, and he's seen all the bullshit the Guardians have done. He sees through all their lies, and he's going to do what Sinestro did and rebel against them. I could totally see that playing out. And then Hal Jordan is going to go too far, become Parallax. And maybe we'll get a Mongol and like they destroy Coast City, and that's what turns Hal Jordan, really over the edge, just like in the comic books. I would love if they did that. But I think they really are setting it up to be Hal Jordan is going to turn at some point. You're going to love him in the first season, and then maybe at the end of the season he turns, or in the second season he turns. But at some point, Hal Jordan is going to turn. And Jon Stewart's going to have to stop him, essentially taking Kyle Rayner's role. Which is fine. I feel like we already have enough Green Lanterns as it is. You have Guy Gardner that's going to be in the Superman movie, and now you have Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart. And then you're supposed to get like Kyle Rayner in the comic book lore. That's what's supposed to happen, but I don't think that's going to happen per se. They might save him for a later installment, but I really feel like they're going to go the route of the animated movie Beware My Power, where Jon Stewart really takes up the Kyle Rayner role and beats Hal Jordan when he becomes Parallax and stuff like that. I feel like they're going to go that route because it's interesting. It's something the audience really hasn't seen. They really haven't seen a hero go complete bad guy. And the new guy needs to take him out. I think it's a good angle to go. And once Hal Jordan is, dispatched, killed, he'll have to come back in the rebirth fashion that we saw with the Jeff Johns run that took, 10 years to tell. A historic Green Lantern run that made Green Lantern popular in the comics. I feel like that's what they want to do. They want to set it up so they could do that. And I really hope they do that, I have high hopes for the show. Lots of reports saying it's going to be like an Earthbound show. It's going to take place a lot on Earth. And maybe so. We'll see what they do. I know the production budget's high. And maybe the first season is on Earth for the most part. We see Jon Stewart's origin. And Hal Jordan has to come back to Earth to train him up. Maybe Hal Jordan's been in space for years. There could be definitely angles they could do with that, where Hal Jordan's just been gone for too long. But yeah, tons of different directions they can go. I don't know much about the actor they got to play Jon Stewart. He looks the part. That's all I can really say. Lots of people saying to watch Rebel Ridge. He's really good in that, so I guess I'll watch that. But yeah, you got a younger actor to be Jon Stewart. You got an older actor to be Hal Jordan. And then you have Nathan Fillion being Guy Gardner. And I wonder how they're going to tie this all together. I really would like them to tie it all together. Just like when I'm watching the Penguin show, and I'm like, wow, the Penguin and the Batman movie, we should really be tying this into the new Superman movie that's going to be coming out. And there's already shades of that happening already. And I know it's a small detail, but if you look at the Robert Pattinson Batman suit, he has a collar. And what's the first thing they did with the James Gunn Superman? They gave him a collar. And I'm like, they're trying to make something uniform happen here. And I think James Gunn is just trying to convince Matt Reeves to connect these movie universes type thing. And maybe Matt Reeves is just waiting to see how Superman Legacy performs. Maybe that's what DC Studios and Warner Brothers, maybe that's what everybody's waiting for, to see how Superman does. Does it come out as good as we all hope? Because that will change the course of everything. Like, if it's a bad film and nobody likes it, then yeah, Matt Reeves' Batman will stay separate. Lanterns will stay separate. All these things will just stay separate. They won't connect anything. But if it's good, people like all the characters in it, especially Guy Gardner, Nathan Fillion, then all of a sudden the Lantern series is a direct connection, right? All of a sudden the Batman probably gets tied into all this. And that's what I hope, because they can get an awesome, sprawling cinematic universe. And it starts on the TV front with Warner Brothers, HBO Max, with the Penguin show, and then you got your Lantern show, and then you got Peacemaker season 2, and there's really no reason why all this can't just be in the same DC universe. Honestly, there's really no reason why it can't. Thinking that's what they're going for. And I really feel like that first Justice League film might just be, 0 hour, Hal Jordan's Parallax. The whole Justice League has to unite to take him down. And Jon Stewart's going to be the main one to take him down. And he's going to be established in this Lantern show. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Lots of theories, lots of speculations, very exciting times. I'll probably get on stream and talk about it more. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it right now. Really like the casting of Hal Jordan. Love that casting. And honestly, I don't know much about Aaron Pere, the guy who they got to be Jon Stewart. I hope he's good. He looks the role. I think he'll be just fine. It really feels like they're going for more of a DC, animated universe route with this too. Like the Justice League cartoons and stuff. Because he does look an awful lot like that Jon Stewart from the Justice League cartoons. But anyway, that's it for now. I'll see you all in the next one. Comment below, let me know your thoughts on the casting. What direction you think they're going. Are they going to connect everything? There's so many questions that are up in the air because we just don't know. And we don't know what's going to succeed and what's going to fail. And we won't know till next year. So it's really all up in the air. And yeah, we'll know more when Superman comes out. But for now, that's it for now. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
He was the stepping stone so I could fulfill my true calling. With thee.